How should you research a cryptocurrency project properly before investing in it? What are the things that you should be looking at to work out if you should invest in it or run in the opposite direction? Because it can be difficult to know what to look out for, especially if there's a lot of hype or FOMO surrounding certain projects at the beginning of a bull market. And it can also be difficult to find the time to do your own research and due diligence because there's simply so much information out there and there are so many cryptocurrencies under a lot of different categories. So it is impossible for anyone to be an expert in all of them. The cryptocurrency market is also changing all of the time. So having a clear plan and fundamental research skills that can be improved and sped up over time are important when you're deciding whether to invest in a project or not. And although nothing covered in this video is financial advice, I can't emphasize enough the need for doing your own research and doing your due diligence before investing rather than just following others. So please do like this video and subscribe to the channel so I can continue to offer more content for you in future. And let's jump straight in and take a look at how to research a cryptocurrency project properly. The first thing to note is that you normally research a cryptocurrency when someone has recommended it to you, others have invested in it, or you've read something interesting about it. And what you're looking for when you're doing your own research is essentially whether you can find any red flags that would prevent you from investing after this initial interest. And if you do find a red flag, you may decide to keep researching, depending on what it is, to see if you find any more, but everyone is different, with some people having higher risk tolerances than others, and obviously some people having more to invest in the first place. But the first step I take is researching the team involved in that particular cryptocurrency. So checking out the website for information, LinkedIn profiles, and I'm particularly looking for their backgrounds, any evidence of prior success, or indeed failure. And you should also try to find interviews with the CEO, if there is one, a leading developer, or simply a spokesperson for the cryptocurrency, because you'll find out a lot about a project that way. And a good place to start is of course YouTube. And researching the team could help give you an indication or starting point as to whether you think the project is solid, with good fundamentals and good people, or is simply not worth investing in. And it is worth pointing out here that I would personally make some notes on the computer or something with your findings and any questions or concerns you may have as you research the project, especially if you're not researching the project in one sitting, because there will be a lot of information to read, to watch and to take in. So this can help to process it, and you can come back to your notes some months later, refresh your mind, update it, or answer any questions you may have had initially, or simply see what has changed. Secondly, you should research the project. And if you haven't already, YouTube can be a good starting point, or crypto news channels like CoinDesk or Cointelegraph, for example, to see what others are saying about it. I would also say that a good starting point would be analytics firms such as Masari, Token Terminal, or Nansen, for example. Although some of the articles written may be a bit old, depending on when they last looked into them. But you'll obviously be able to see a lot of the current data that you can use to help form your opinion. Then check out the crypto firm's website. Does this answer any questions you might have had about the project, or do you still have some? This can be quite overwhelming with a lot of technical information sometimes, but some websites can also be underwhelming with very little detail. So that should give you an impression too. But what is the rationale and the vision of the project? Most will say similar things, claiming to offer groundbreaking security, speed, decentralization, and low fees, etc. But is there something that sets this cryptocurrency apart from others, which might lead to larger adoption, demand, and therefore price increases? And what is the history of the project? Is there a roadmap? Does it seem realistic? Have they achieved some items on there already? So is there a track record of development? Or are the aims quite general or seemingly impossible to achieve? Is there a white paper or equivalent that gives you more detail on the project? And what consensus mechanism does the cryptocurrency use? So proof of work, proof of stake, etc. What blockchain is it on, unless it has its own, and do you know about that blockchain? And for most projects, they have a link to something like Medium or GitHub where they detail more about their project. So I would definitely check that out as well. The next step would be to look at the tokenomics of the project. So firstly, how was money raised for the project? How much money was invested and who were the investors? Were they reputable crypto investors with a track record of investing in successful cryptocurrency projects, or unknown private investors? Secondly, who actually holds the crypto and how were the tokens allocated? Is it mainly VCs and the project's team who might sell as soon as the price increases to make a profit? Or is a large proportion of the cryptocurrency owned by the community who are more likely to continue to hold over a longer term and therefore support its growth? If it doesn't state this on the website, then try going to the Blockchain Explorer and searching for the cryptocurrency there, because it might tell you who the top holders are, so you can check this out for yourself. As you can see here for Quant, just as an example, when you go on etherscan.io for Ethereum based or ERC20 tokens. And I've included another example here of a BEP20 token, PancakeSwap, which can be found on bscscan.com, just to look at another blockchain as an example. And you will often see smart contracts listed at the top for things like staking on the platform and exchanges like Binance, but you are looking more for individual addresses here, or whales, that may hold a lot of that token, so have the power to sell, make profit, but reduce the price of the token for others, given that sell pressure. And finally, what is the inflation rate for the cryptocurrency? Does it have a max supply? And if so, how large is it compared to its ICO, or when the tokens were first allocated? Because if there's no max supply, or there are a lot of tokens still to be released, you know that the inflation rate will be quite high, which could affect the price of the cryptocurrency negatively. And ICO Drops is quite a good website to check out upcoming ICOs, which stands for Initial Coin Offerings, in case you weren't aware, and IEOs, which stands for Initial Exchange Offerings. Step 4 involves working out if the project has enough engagement, both on its part and when we're looking at outside interest or demand in the project. So is there a lot of hype surrounding that cryptocurrency? How many developers are there? Is it building a lot, and is it active in its development moving forward or not? You can certainly check out the website, Medium or GitHub for information on this. And there are others, but the Cryptometheus website is quite good, as it shows you how active a project's been on GitHub in the past 3, 6, 9 or 12 months. But you can also check out the company's Discord, blog or social media to see if there's a lot of engagement on there also. Are the team helpful? Well set up? Do they actually get back to people who are asking questions? And what kind of comments are people posting on there? This should all give you a decent understanding of the project and who is looking to invest in it. Finally, you can check out the cryptocurrency's trading volume or 24-hour volume on somewhere like CoinGecko or CoinMarketCap. So is the project active and has enough demand through its trading volume, or is it not really being used at all? In which case, why would you invest in it? And finally, what is the security of the project and what reviews has it had from reputable sources? For example, has the cryptocurrency project been audited? If it has, check it out. And rather than focusing on the positives when you're reading the reviews or the audits, which of course are important, particularly focus on those negatives. So are there any red flags that others have picked up that you haven't managed to? And are they correct? And do they meet your criteria that will stop you from investing in it? Because you're likely to see the company marketing these positives on its website anyway, but they're very unlikely to post the negatives on there. So you often have to do a bit more digging and a bit more research to find them. And ultimately, if you do decide to invest in a cryptocurrency you've researched, then it doesn't stop there, I'm afraid, because you should follow the project on social media and keep up to date with the latest news and developments surrounding it. And I don't just mean its price, to ensure you're still happy to invest in it moving forwards. And that is why, given the time it can take, I normally advocate for people holding fewer cryptocurrencies as part of their portfolio to ensure they can research them properly and track them relative to your overall crypto holdings, of course. And if you are investing your money in something, in my opinion, it's worth doing this properly and educating yourself. And please try not to simply follow others when investing, but do your own research and follow your gut with all of the information and education that you can find. So that ends this video looking at how to research a cryptocurrency project, and I hope you found it informative. But as always, I'd love to know what you think in the comments below. And if you're interested in more of a tailored approach to your crypto education, and you think you'd benefit from having someone look over your shoulder and guide you on your crypto journey, I do offer one-to-one coaching to those who have the desire and the means to educate themselves further. And there are links in the description where you can message me and book in a free video call to see if we'd be a good fit. And if you found this content interesting, please do like the video and subscribe to the channel, as it really does help. And have a great day.